welcome to another edition of Motoring Northwest with me, Mark Stone, Ken the Cam and Skoda's latest Citigo Elegance town car. What people realise, the Citigo is basically a Skoda badged Volkswagen up, but there's inherently nothing wrong with that. They both embody, especially the Citigo, the modern concept of the town or city car, or also something suitable for back roads. Beneath the bonnet, you have a 3-cylinder petrol, 1000cc, 60 brake horse. It does what it's meant to do. 3-cylinder engines have come on a long way since they first came out. It's well balanced, it's economical, you should get around town 50 odd. On motorway journeys or steady away, you will get over 60 miles to the gallon. Nice looking little motor. In Elegance trim, you get the spots, you get the alloys, 15-inch alloys. The beauty of the 15-inch alloys is they're so small, you get a full-size spare wheel because it's more or less the size of a space saver. 3-door or 5-door. There's more than enough room for 5 adults, although in the back it's probably best if you keep it to 2 adults. Nice, spacious, big doors, plenty of access. You get round the back and, contrary to popular belief, there is actually quite a sizable luggage area. More than enough to get a week's shopping in, more than enough to get most things in. Also with the back seats folding 1/3, 2/3, in most circumstances, the Citigo will carry as much luggage as most people actually need it to do. Inside the Citigo, especially in Elegance mode, it's quite nice. Good, large, comfortable seats, good durable fabric, extremely comfortable. Small leather steering wheel, leather gear lever knob, should you want that sort of thing, and a leather handbrake. Nice big instrumentation, one huge speedo with a small readout in the bottom, although it isn't always easy to see. Little ref counter to the left, fuel gauge to the right. The only problem is with the driver's seat not lifting or lowering and the steering column adjustable for rake, not reach. For my ideal position, the top of the wheel bisects the speedo, so I have a perfect view of 35 round to 85, not as you'll be getting up to 85 very often. Nice quality fabrics, nice and durable, and the modern trend of leaving exposed body coloured metalwork contrasts nicely. Because it's a small city car, you get 2 vents, one either side, you don't get any central ones. Equally, electric windows, the driver gets one switch. If you need to put the passenger one down, it's no great effort to reach across and operate that switch. For those who need to know what they're doing and where they're doing, you've got the usual little paper clip there, and you've got an additional one here. So for you ladies out there, you can now carry 2 shopping lists around with you. Past couple of years, well before Motoring Northwest came into existence, I've driven quite a few of the little town or city cars. The super minis that do an enormous amount to the gallon, but give you 0 road tax, low emissions, are easy to drive, nimble, easy to park, and do what they're meant to do. And most of these cars are alright, but they always feel tinny, there always feels like there's something lacking. But enter Skoda Citigo. And I'll be quite honest, it's one of the few cars of its type that has been conceived, as its name suggests, as a city or town car, a road for little back roads, that feels so together. It's light to steer, pedals are light, the gearbox is light, It's just a nice feeling little car that feels tremendously fit for its purpose. It feels like it thrives on what it was designed to do. It is so easy to drive. It is incredibly easy to drive. Up front, you have a 1000cc 3-cylinder petrol engine that puts out 60 brake horsepower. Interestingly, with the 3-cylinder engines, this one, unlike many, feels extremely well balanced. But if you put your foot down hard, you get this singing, slight air-cooled noise, which is interesting because they're water-cooled. But it's lively. The gears are well ratioed, which means you can utilise the power. You aren't buying this car to win the traffic light Grand Prix, especially by virtue of the fact it takes it over 14 seconds to get to 60 mile an hour. But since the car is so lightweight and so small, you actually feel like you're progressing on quicker than you think you are. The dashboard, you've got one huge speedo with a small digital readout at the bottom, which isn't all that easy to see, flanked by a fuel meter, and on the left hand side a tiny little ref counter. This is the Elegance model, which means you get nice leather steering wheel, leather gear lever knob, nice big comfortable seats. The Citigo is extremely comfortable. The other thing you get with this vehicle is a Garmin, the typical Garmin Satnav that most people have in their cars for getting from A to B. But what happens with this one is it links up to the car. So besides telling you where to go when you want to know where to go, it also gives you all your lesser readouts: average consumption, total distance, trip distance, range remaining, all sorts of bits and pieces that most cars will have on a central display or on a display fitted to the dashboard. The Garmin takes care of it all. And unlike the others, like most portable sat-navs, it comes out. When you leave the car, you take the Garmin out of it. The plus side is it doesn't work with anything else. The downside is all the scallies, of course, won't know this, so if you leave it in situ on the permanent mount, they'll no doubt try and break it and nick it. But, as per usual, if you wear a baseball cap the wrong way around and tracksuits, you weren't exactly born with a tremendous amount of intelligence. So, from a very damp edition of Motoring Northwest and the ever so nimble Skoda Citigo, until next time, safe driving.